Market update here on the 2nd. So this morning I was pretty excited to see that move down, but it turned out to be a huge dud as we pretty much came back and only were barely down at the end of the day. I personally took some puts off right at the open because I was afraid something like this is going to happen. I got a small profit on those because we have the VIX falling too, so obviously premium is going to get eaten up really quickly. And I have some January puts, and I was just like, I'm going to take on the table. I think I bought them at 8.79 last week, and I sold them today at like 8.88 at the very open. So like right around in this area, I sold them. And I'm glad I did because it came back up, and it gives me a chance to reevaluate and buy farther out puts. Not that I think the January puts are going to be not going to happen. They're not going to be profitable. Yeah, I just don't like to be that close. We're only a month and 20 days away. I don't want them to eat up premium till the 16th and then be down a bunch, even regardless if we go down and they're still profitable. So looking at this move, we got the move I was talking about for ABC. Not a 5-wave move because we would have wanted to see a 5-wave move like that. So we know it's another ABC came back into the first wave. And so this move right here, if we zoom in on this smaller move, you'll see that this is also an ABC move. A, B, C. I have this marked right here. This fourth wave, what appears to be a fourth wave, came down pretty far past the 0.5 fib. If we look at the bottom of the B wave, is at 404.33. This one's at 402.19. That's $2.14. So we would expect this one to at least go to like 408.40. And that's what I have marked right here. So I think this is actually just a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what I think. We'll see on Monday, but I would expect a move higher early on Monday. And then we'll zoom out and take a look at the scenarios for the next move. For the next move, I think that we can just consider this whole thing. The whole thing is ABC moves. So we can look at the whole thing though, A, B, and we're working on C right now. We've already hit this one. I think, actually I did that wrong. The 1.61 fib of this move is still sitting at 414.93. I'll mark that. And this whole move right here, so we have ABC. Within that move, I think that it's best to look at it like this. A, B, and we're working on C. So you get what I'm saying? So we have A, B, C for the whole thing. Within this C wave, this whole C wave, we have A, B. This whole thing, the C wave started right here. So we're working on a C wave right here. So I'm going to get rid of that for a second because it's kind of too many things going on. So we know that we're at B right here, and we're working on the C wave of the C wave. So C wave of the C wave. And within that, I think that it's best to look at it like this. A, we're working on B, C wave higher. That's what I think looks the best. And if we go back in here on the lower time frames, if we come back here to 408.40, we can look at this like A, B, C wave down here. I'm looking at like 400 because the bottom here, or the top here is at 410. About $1.60 less than this is around 460. So I would look for a C wave early next week, probably down to like 460. And then that's going to be the overall B wave of the final C wave. Getting kind of confusing with all these corrective waves. But after we finish the ABC, then to finish this move right here, we would just simply have another ABC. And remember, the 1.61 fib of the overall A wave from down here is at 415 exactly. So basically, I think we got a little higher on Monday, pull back to 400, and then another ABC move higher is the most likely scenario next week. And then that should take us to, let's zoom out and look at the resistance. So resistance at 415. So basically, I'm saying I don't think we're going to break above this June resistance level that we created. That's ended up being a pretty hard resistance level for a few different moves. Look at this move right here. I think we're going to hit it again, and then we're going to start going down. As far as how far that pulls back, I would say it pulls back to about the 0.78 fib. That's a good area too. 413.78 to 415 would probably be a good top. I think 422 is a little bit too high. We get above this. At that point, we might have to reevaluate and see what's going on. So 415 is a target, but look for 400 early next week after an initial pop is what I see. And then 415 after that. So I would say we probably have another week of this, maybe something like that. So around the 8th or 9th, we're probably going to be topping out. And the VIX broke below the August low. That's kind of interesting. I mean, it's got to be completely oversold on every time frame at this point, but it is so low now that I'm adding put. I added some March. I did some in the money puts, March 410 puts, and I'll probably take profit if we go down to 400, to be honest. But if we go up, I'll just keep on adding to those because I think we're getting close to the top. DXY, very important as well. And it is just falling through, and I think that it is a diagonal. There's no other explanation. We have 1, 2, 3, pullback 4. Probably going to get another move down here. Target's going to be, yep, 103.75 to 103.36. Pretty much what I had said when we first started the move back in mid-October, like 103, 104, somewhere in there. So we're almost to the bottom on that too. So that's kind of interesting. And then we're looking for 120 after that, obviously. QQQ still has not finished the move, in my opinion. I think it could actually be just like a SPY. I think it probably is going to do something like this. Oh, it's going to do A, B, maybe pull back here early in the week. And then we're probably going to see, I don't know, maybe the 1.61 fib. Maybe just another ABC move up to 305. But I definitely think we have upside. The targets 298, 302 have not been hit yet. And let's zoom in a little bit farther on this. Yeah, it's the exact same setup as SPY pretty much. So again, expect this early in the week, and then probably just like that, same as SPY is what I'm expecting. We can look at the 1.61 fib, since that's pretty much identical to SPY. The 1.61 fib of this takes us to 303. So anywhere from 298 to 303 on QQQ. If we pull back early in the week, I'm going to be buying TQQQ like pretty hard and try to make some good money and hedge all my puts. IWM. We can also do the same thing on IWM and just see where the 1.61 fib is, since we know SPY is going there. It's at 200, so would you be surprised if it goes to 200? If it goes to 200, it's still probably not going to benefit anybody's growth stocks, though. I mean, let's be honest, the growth stock sector is pretty bad. So 200 is a possibility. 198 was my target anyway, so 198 to 200 on that. Dow Jones. was the leader and still it's kind of stalling out, just kind of same as SPY today. But if I go on lower time frames, we can try to look and see that it is basically doing the exact same thing. So basically all of them look like they're probably going to do the same thing. A, B, C, and then A, B, C higher. That's what I see on pretty much all of them. Bitcoin, this will be different. Bitcoin is still curling up. It really hasn't moved today, but I'm expecting it to probably hit. Here, let me look at this real quick. Bitcoin, it hit the very top of this almost. Maybe we have another move higher for a third wave, and then it will pull back and then get one more move higher. I'm still looking for the top of this, like around like 18,000 or so. TLT. Someone was asking me a question about TLT. I'll show you real quick what I told him is. It looks to me like a 5-wave move almost. I'm gonna double check though, but it looks like a 5-wave move to me. Let's just go on lower time frames. Maybe not. Maybe it's A, B. Yeah, that looks pretty corrective actually. So I think I might have told him wrong. I think this actually looks like A and then B, because that wouldn't make sense for this to be a 5-wave move really, for how far it's retraced. Let's see how far it went past this wave. It's gone pretty far past, almost to 2.61 fib. I think that TLT, you pretty much just got to look at it like the same way as SPY. It's probably going to be going up over the next week or so, but if you just zoom out here, you can see clearly this is A, this is B, and so we're looking for C wave, and the C wave is, it's already gone past the 1.61 fib though, but I don't think that that's going to matter too much. TLT looking a little bit different than the other ones. I would expect it to have more downside, but it does have a lot of support right here. And this looks like a 5-wave move to me. Maybe not. Let's see. I'm just doing this on the fly to see what's going on. One, two. This is corrective. Like, it looks like it could be impulsive because it's such a big move, but it's the same as SPY and same as everything else. ABC, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pull back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pull back into this, and another move higher. I would look for this to pull back with SPY next week, and then maybe go a little bit higher. And then at the end of the day, it's probably going to go down farther and probably going to be an impulsive move, I would guess. Although these all look, I would expect this to come down to new lows over the next 3 or 4 months. So I spent a lot of time on that one. TLT looks great right now, but I wouldn't get too involved with it right now until you see a good pullback in SPY at the minimum, and you're probably going to see new lows in TLT. Like I said in the last video, the only other thing you can expect that would be positive for the market is if we hit 415 pull back to like 380, 390, and then go higher. That would just mean that the B wave is actually over here. So that's the only possible thing where TLT could keep on going higher. And that would be the same thing. It would be a pullback and then go higher like that. So corrective move, I don't like to buy it here. I think that you probably just wait for a pullback at the minimum. And then if you want to buy it around, let's say it goes to like 108, 109, buy it around 103, maybe the 50% retracement back here at 100. But it might be a pretty good risk reward if you really think it's going to go higher. Because we do have a lot of, let's see the monthly chart. Yeah, there's a good amount of support right here. So, I mean, it's not necessarily the worst trade, but it's just not something that I would want to get in right now until I see a pullback first. But not a bad trade if you think SPY is going to do something like this, which I think is very unlikely, but you can do whatever you think. What else are we looking at? Apple and Microsoft. Apple flat, pretty much same thing as yesterday, and looking similar to SPY, I think, but maybe the B wave is done right here. I get it could potentially come all the way back down here. If SPY, this could be A, B, and then a C wave down here, and then it goes higher and just hits the very top of here. And if that's the case, well, let's say if it comes down all the way down to here, probably won't go that far. Probably, let's say it goes to like 140, and it comes up here, and we get a C wave up here. Potentially, this could be a second wave still, and we still get this. So Apple, pretty much the same. Microsoft, probably going to be the same as well. And yep, Microsoft just finishing out. It looks like probably going to get, I like the 1.23 fib all the way up to 275. So the same targets I had before. Looks like an expanded flat to me. So A, B, C, expanded flats go to the 1.23 fib or 1.61 fib. So that's pretty much it. In summary, expect maybe a pop early in the week, pull back to 400, and then another move higher, another ABC move higher to probably 415 before we get a top in the market. The dollar has a little bit more to go to 103, 104, and that's pretty much it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Have you been trading? Have you been making any money? What do you think about the market right now? Anything else you want to know, or any tickers you want me to do? Any of that stuff, and like and subscribe for more updates in the future, and have a good weekend.